Okay. So tonight's presentation is I'm going to give you an update on our judiciary in terms of quantity and quality of yellows, reds and blues. So in February we had 12 yellow cards and 2 or 3 reds, and they were all out of those 10s tournaments that we had in the month. March, so you can see there 47 yellow cards, 11 reds and 4 blues, and then up until before the Easter weekend it was 19 yellows, 5 reds and 3 blues.
You expect those numbers to double then?
Yeah. So, there was 12 yellow cards last week, and 3 reds. So, April's tracking along that the quantity of the cards coming through is reasonably high. So, let's see what the cards are for. So the yellow card figures are on the left, and down that right-hand column you can see 10-2A, 10-3B, 10-4A, 10-4C, 10-4E is that big, massive blue column. Okay, 60% of our yellow cards are for late, high, or dangerous tackles, and that's to be expected because of the shift in the guidelines that happened on the 1st or 3rd of January this year. And you can see the rest of the offences. Tackling the opponent with no ball, dangerous charging, that's 10-4G, and lifting tackles 10-4J. So, the reality is we're less than 10 yellow cards for all of those multiple offences. 60% of our cards is for one specific section, 10-4E. Okay. So that's just a snapshot picture of what our yellow cards are for. I want you to watch this clip because this is the clip that we're all going to mentally write a red card report for. So, all of our reports are done online, and you can see from both the screen here, and also for those of you who want to jump to it now, you can literally go to our website, boprugby.co.nz/community-rugby/referees, and you will end up at the referees page, and then if you scroll down these tabs here, you will find the referee reporting of foul play page. Okay? So that's where all of our forms are. And if you open it on a laptop or a desktop, it looks like this. And obviously there's step-by-step instructions on what to do with there. And if you don't know any of our contact details, again, everybody's phone numbers and mobiles are there. Alright? So that's where we go to fill in the reports. And at the bottom of the page are all the different reports that you need to fill in. And obviously, the one that you're going to fill in is the one you click on. When you click on the form, this is what you're presented. And poor old Mr. Mayrick's name's first on the list. It doesn't mean that we all have to ring him. Obviously, we want the Central Bay guys ringing Jeff Kay. We want the Eastern Bay guys ringing Tony Dunlop. And if you can't get hold of anybody, I'm your last resort. Right, so you click on the drop-down list and you select who it is you called. And then the next thing you need to do is go through and fill in all of these things. Now, I cannot emphasise how important it is to just spell everything properly. Alright? Now, last week we had our Bay-wide meeting and everybody got access to a club handbook. Who does not have a club handbook? Okay, you won't have to fill in reports. I will give you a club handbook. In the club handbook has every single location, venue that you will ever need to go to. So the venue is, last night at Te Puna, Te Maramatanga Park. Okay? The venue is Rotorua International Stadium. It's not Greta. Okay? The date, obviously, is the date that you had it. The player's team comes first, then the opposition team, and then the final score. And then obviously the player's name. You cannot leave that blank. You cannot write in there, didn't get his name. You must put his name in there, which is the reason why we're checking team sheets before we run onto the field. Obviously the grade is a drop down, the position is a drop down, and you just have to manually type in the player's number. That's all very simple stuff, yeah? Two most important fields on these forms are these two. The nature of the offence and the circumstances. So the nature of the offence is the specific law reference. So in this particular instance, it was a lifting tackle. So it's law 10.4J, and you literally write word for word what is written in the law book for 10.4J. Lifting a player from the ground and dropping or driving that player into the ground whilst that player's feet are still off the ground, such that the player's head and or upper body come into contact with the ground is dangerous play. It is written in the law book exactly like that. You write it in this exactly as it's written. I cannot make that more clearer. You just copy straight from the law. So this person is being charged that on such and such a day, at such and such a place, did commit the offence of law 10.4J, lifting a player. That's the offence that they committed. I cannot be. You can't write in there kicking a player in the bum. You know, you can't write in there repeated infringements, not wearing a mouth guard. All right. Okay, nature of the offence, we fill that in. First half, second half, we fill that in. Time in each half, proximity to the incident. If you've got a video and you can get an opportunity to watch it before you fill this out, by all means do so. But, you know, only 6 people have an opportunity to have a video before they fill in their reports. The other 80 odd of us have to go off our memory. So, time and half, proximity to the incident, score at the time. Was the incident reported by an assistant referee, yes or no? If it's not, you don't need to fill in the rest of the details. If you tick yes, was it reported by an assistant referee, and the name of that person. The second most important thing to get right is the circumstances. So we're going to talk about that now. So who can remember the video clip that we're talking about? Okay. So we're going to write about that right now. So what were the circumstances surrounding that incident? Who can tell me what phase it came from? It came from the scrum. Who can remember where the scrum was positioned on the field?
Looking centered at the 10.
Yeah, that on the 10 metre line. It was Tapuna's ball. So, when you're filling in the circumstances, set the scene. A scrum was set on the Tapuna 10 metre line around the middle of the field. Tapuna. The ball fed to the scrum and was won by Tapuna. The ball was passed left. How many passes did it go before it went to the person who got tackled? If I told you 1, would you believe me? So it went from the halfback who passed it to Elijah Nicholas hitting it. You believe me? You want to watch it again? Okay, the ball was passed left by the Tapuna halfback from the base of the scrum to the Tapuna number. So if somebody who's never seen the video clip is reading this report, what are they picturing in their mind? The exact set of circumstances surrounding this incident. So that sets the scene. Okay? Now we need to actually describe the incident. Who can remember what happened to Elijah? Yep. Yeah. Where were his feet pointing? Straight up in the air. So if his feet are pointing straight up in the air, where's his head pointing? Straight down. Was he dropped or driven? Driven. Now we describe exactly how the event occurred. Portal number 13 met the ball carrier front on and tackled it. That's pretty much what he... In the process, he picked the ball carrier up, tipped him upside down so that both of the ball carrier's feet were pointing straight up, and then dropped him on the ground. I've written dropped. If you write driven, you write driven. The ball carrier landed on the back of his head and neck. Does that paint a decent picture of what happened? The rest of the report is self-explanatory. Witnessed by any other persons? Yeah. 30 players on the field, 300 spectators, and a touch judge, and me. You know, and a video. You know, did the offering conduct appear to be deliberate? This is where you say, you know, did it look like it was a reactionary? You know, what would we say to this? Yeah, it was deliberate. Had the player or his team been warned? Well, you know, only the referee will know the answers to these questions. Was there any provocation? Doesn't look like it to me. It was a good front on tackle. Was the victim injured? Again, we need to have been there at the time. What effect, if any, did the incident have on the outcome of the game? I think Tupuna won this game by 60 points. I don't even know when this happened. I'm not sure when this happened.
3 weeks ago.
No, in the game.
On the game. It was started second half. About 5-10 minutes in.
Okay, probably the third most important thing. In the event that your attendance at any hearing is required, would you be prepared to attend? The options are, yes, I'm prepared to attend in person. Yes, I'm prepared to attend by phone. No, I'm not available. And then you just fill in your names. Obviously we are doing that. Then you just fill in your name and details at the end and hit the submit button. Now, one of the things I want to show you is that